What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Got another video here for you guys today. Today we got something pretty cool. We got the Apex Tactical forward set trigger kit for the Sig P320. I'll be dropping this in on my P320 compact RXP. I did an unboxing video on that. If you haven't seen it, please check the description and the link below. Check that video out, it's pretty good. I liked it. So this is from Apex Tactical. This comes with I got the curved forward set trigger, and if you get the kit, it comes with the trigger bar, the over travel spring, and the over travel stop. Now you can just get the trigger and then drop it in and use your factory components, but I wanted to get the whole thing because if you get the whole kit, Apex says that it can reduce the weight by 30%, the trigger pull weight, and the travel by 30%. So that should be pretty interesting, considering I thought this gun has a really nice trigger out the gate. So a couple things you'll need to do the install is, of course, the firearm. An armorer's block would be handy. You don't have to. I've seen it done with the roller tape. Actually, that's what Apex says to use. 3 30-second punch and a hammer. You can pick up most of this stuff on Amazon pretty cheaply. So one thing we're gonna do right away, because I want to have a baseline, is do a trigger pull. Get this on. Let's see here. Let's see what the weight on it is. 4.99. Let's do another one. See if I can get it on there. 3.15. I'm probably not doing that right. Let's see here. 3.29. Seems interesting. Let's position that. 2.47. I don't know if I believe that, guys. I was seeing 6 just a minute ago off camera. So let's make sure it's on there. 3.96. Let's do it just a couple more times here. 5.6. Let's try to get an average here. 3.8. See if we can get it consistent, and then I'll call it good. 3.8. 507. I'm gonna call it 4, but I mean, you guys see this. We'll see what it's like afterwards. Hopefully it makes an improvement. That's the whole point of this. So what you want to do, I mean, this thing's already in safety check, so what you want to do is make sure your magazine's out, pull the slide to the rear, pull your takedown lever, rotate it down, pull your slide off, set that to the side. Now let's see if we can do this. I've never actually done this before. You're supposed to be able to just pull on this guy. Take it out. It feels like it's coming, but we'll see. Now this is the first time I've taken it apart in this manner, so there it is. Just fish it out of there. And now this whole thing should just come right out. Should is the keyword, right? Maybe if I use a punch to... This is pretty, isn't it pretty good? There it is. Just pops right out. So this is a fire control unit, guys. This is what we'll be upgrading today. So the first thing you're supposed to do is pull the slide up so it engages the sear. And so Apex is saying that we need to take this little spring out. You're just supposed to rotate it downwards, maybe. And push down. There it is. And it comes right out. And then this little long part. So this one's got kind of like a little hook. Gets in there, press it down, and then roll it out. Now comes the trigger bar. So what you want to do, oh, I see what it's saying. So what you want to do is just pull this down. It falls right out because it's just, if you pull the trigger out with it, it's just kind of on a pin. And this pin right here locks right in there like that, so that's what keeps the trigger bar in, if I'm not mistaken. And your trigger just comes right out. Here's where it was. Pretty cool. Okay, enough of that. So go ahead and set these parts up here. We'll still be reusing the spring that keeps the trigger bar in there. So now let's see what else we get in here. Let me open this up off camera. There we go. So there's the parts kit, there's the trigger. Alright, so now what they're saying is we gotta take the armorer's block and a 3/32 punch, and we're gonna drive this pin right here out, but we're not gonna drive it out completely. If you see, it already kind of sticks out on the other side. Let's get that in focus. There it is. Sticks out on the other side, and we're gonna install the over travel spring and the over travel stop on this little pin right here. So let's see. Okay, it's gonna need a tiny bit of persuasion. There it is. And again, you don't want to push this all the way out, just partially. So you see if it's still in there. So now what we want to do, grab our parts from the Apex Tactical Kit. Let's just dump them out here. And you want to try to capture that spring. On the pin, if I can get it. Alright, so there's the spring. Now this part might be a little hard to do. You know what, let me pause the video real quick and let me get some needle nose pliers. Alright, so I got it in. It'll look like that. And now we just got to drive this in tiny bit. Maybe you can see it, but let's see how far we need to go with this. There it is. I pushed it in with the armorer's block a little bit, as you can see here. Should be flush, and remember it did stick out a little bit on the other side. So that's after the hammer. So now comes the fun part. So this will have to engage back here. So kind of just got to tuck that in there, and then comes the trigger. This one feels a lot more solid. I think the other one might be made out of plastic. Just get this on here. Oh, I see. This little thing here that needs to go into. It's like a little channel. Okay, so let's get that in there first. Okay, so that's in there. So then you gotta pull the trigger out slightly, just enough to get this behind there. Sorry if I'm fumbling around with this a little bit, guys. This is my first time doing a trigger on a Sig. Like this little groove that it has to fit into on the other side, or else it won't articulate. Okay, so I figured it out. You can't have this piece of the trigger bar in the rear housing, the rear part of the housing, while you're trying to articulate this. There's like a blocking mechanism or something like that. So anyway, that's what that does. So without the spring, we can just quickly function check this, and if you see these parts moving up and down, the sear and the safety lever, that is proper function. So now comes the fun part. Just putting this little tiny spring back in. Well, I guess the other one was smaller, but so this little long squiggly part, that's gonna get fished in here. It's gonna sit like that, and then this little hook will go back into its original location, provided I can compress the spring correctly. Okay, maybe if I turn it this way. So you want to roll it a little bit, kind of get it behind there. Ooh, it's kind of digs in there. So it's not gonna work. So when Apex shows this, they make it look super easy. Of course, right? When us average Joes try to do this, it's nothing but. Let's see if I can't just. I don't want to risk cutting it. Keeps digging under my fingernail. See if I can't pause the video again and get this in there, guys. Alright, guys. I finally got this bad boy in. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Let's see if I can. There we go. So this thing was a pain in the ass to get in there. That stupid little hook, man. Use some big ass needle nose pliers to get them in there, but they're finally in. It's finally in there. So let's see if it works. So if I drop the safety, this thing is supposed to actuate, and it does. See here. The sear is supposed to pop up if you actuate the safety. Let's get this to focus first. Well, I mean, everything looks like it's working, unless that's not the safety. Well, everything's back together. Let's go ahead and drop this back in the gun and see if it fires. And I got a snap cap with me, so I can try to rock this guy in. Or wait, it's like a little shelf in here. Needs to go in first. Pull the trigger back slightly. It all drops back in. Now let's grab this guy. This shit back in. Maybe. There it is. Now it locked into place. Now let's put this guy back in. Okay. Let's get it through the other hole. Sorry for bumping the camera here. It's not easy to do on camera. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. So now we can lock this thing. Put it back together. Jesus. Struggle bus over here, guys. I am sorry. Ooh. Alright, let me grab my snap cap. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. Load that into the magazine. Ooh. So that felt pretty short. Let's break out the gauge. The scale, I should say. And let's see what this trigger pull is at. Let's get that on there. Interesting. That's more like it. I don't know how accurate this thing is, but I mean, trust me, it feels better. Let's see here. Okay. Huh, okay. Reset that. Interesting. I'm not going to count that one. I think it might just be me positioning it weird. Yeah, because look at that. Picture that. It's way better. Better. Really low. I mean, I don't know how accurate this is, guys, but I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, we're seeing 3 and higher. That's what I'm gonna stick with. Yep. Okay, so that might just be me, guys, but I mean, As you can see, the average, even with some of those ones that were kind of high at 3 and 4 pounds, we're still seeing an average of 2.7, which was, and again, I'm sorry I didn't do the average before. I didn't quite figure that out, but we were seeing somewhere around 4. I would guesstimate, just an educated guess there. So, I mean, this is great. So, big disclaimer, guys, this isn't going to help you guys become a better shooter or anything like that. By no means is this trigger meant to make you more accurate or anything. It just really makes the gun more enjoyable to shoot. The trigger feels great. It doesn't feel well, this one feels kind of metal, I don't know, but it feels really light, the stock trigger. Let me see if I can't line these up for you. And it had more of a curve, especially towards the bottom. So that's the stock trigger, and this is the new Apex trigger. It doesn't look drastically different because I got the curved one, but this is what I wanted. I wanted somewhat of a stock feel, but with reduced weight. So let's see the travel. Ooh, it's right there. The stock Sig one, I wish I would have shown this, but I did show it in my unboxing video. Go ahead and check that out. And you can skip forward to where I do the trigger pull, but you can see here that's it right there, and then it just breaks shortly after that, but you hit a pretty crisp wall, and then boom, reset. See the reset? Oh, hold on, I messed that up. Alright, let's see the reset. That's it. Right there. Very audible. One more time. You can hear it there. It doesn't travel pretty far, which is great. And then it breaks right there. I love it. Again, huge shout out to the wifey for getting me this for Valentine's Day. This is awesome. I'm going to the range tomorrow. So for those of you in California, you guys might know about something called the BLM. A couple of buddies invited me out to that. I think it's, and correct me if I'm wrong, or roast me in the comments, whichever. It's like federal land or something like that, where you can take high cap mags, you can rapid fire, you can do anything out there. You can take all your shit and shoot. So me and my best bud Chris, we're going out there. Shout out to Chris. We're going out there tomorrow, hopefully, and we're gonna shoot all day, and I'm gonna run quite a few rounds through this. All right. So wanted to talk to you guys really quick. Let me know what type of videos you guys want to see. If you guys prefer unboxing videos. I mean, I can't get a new pistol all the time, but maybe I could do some reviews on other pistols that some friends have. I know my buddy Chris, he's looking at the Ruger 57. So yeah, let me know what types of videos you guys want to see. If you guys are interested in these Apex or gun mod type of videos, let me know. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, guys, because it's really helping the channel grow. Shout out to you guys that have just subscribed in the past few days. I'm trying to get up there, trying to make this sort of a hobby. And again, another disclaimer, I'm not a gun professional or anything like that. I just really like guns. I like to shoot. I like to do things like this and show you guys, because it's kind of from the average user perspective. I'm not a pro or anything like that, so this is kind of for all the regular guys out there, I should say. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Be on the lookout for some future videos, especially around this gun. I got something I'll tease you guys here with. Something from Sig. Some of you guys might know what that is. So I'll drop the grip module in a different video, and I also have an upcoming holster video from Alien Gear. So be on the lookout for those, guys. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop a new video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.